I call it value-based leadership and evil silence in the palace. Value-based what? And evil silence in the palace. In Esther chapter 4 and verse 14, it says, for if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house, this was Mordecai talking to Esther, shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou had come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Do you know why God put you there as a Christian to be in that position? That's what he's asking. Hear this. Silence denotes consent. To every believer who is silent, not talking about evil, no matter the position they occupy, it means they accept it. To tell me you don't agree with the killings and bloodletting going in this country, Nigeria, and you are in the palace as a leader, whether as a Christian or not, is simply making a fool and mockery of yourself. The killings going on in the Middle Belt region and other parts of this country where Christians are killed like chickens must stop. I will say it must stop. Christian politicians in the palace who cannot react and resign against the mass slaughtering of Christians in Nigeria should know that they have failed woefully in the act of governance and should honorably throw in the towel. To claim to be fighting corruption and not fight the destruction of lives and properties of the people under your custody amounts to wickedness. When did money become more valuable than the lives of people? How can a man claim to be pursuing thieves and allow his children to be dying? How many henchmen and their sponsors have been caught and prosecuted? It is only in Nigeria that cows have more value than human beings. When a leader does not feel pained when the lives of innocent citizens are snatched by some barbaric set of people who call themselves henchmen, then we invariably don't have leaders. Nowhere in the world are cows valued more than humans. In which country do you see cows grazing on people's farmlands? And some bunch of people are proposing a grazing bill. Are they calling you and I fools? And we have leaders who are Christians. I think they should all resign. They have sold their conscience for their stomach. They have denied the faith. If they cannot stand up for Christian, they have faith. If you say you're a Christian and cannot raise your voice against these senseless killings, then please resign. I repeat, resign, because you have failed. Well, to all of you who are politicians, you can all lie to the outside world and control the media houses because they are not carrying the stories happening. But the blood of the innocent cannot be silenced. How can the business of selling cows be more important than the lives of Nigerians if there's no religious undertone to it? It seems to me to believe that the only way to apply for military security in Nigeria is to behave like a cow. Because once you behave like a cow, the military and government will protect you. A person of value will never allow his personal interests affect the generality of the people, thereby causing them unbearable pain and regret. As a politician and power broker, if you refuse to pay attention to the tears of the people, they will soon tear you down. If you refuse to pay attention to the plight of the people, they will fight you. It is impossible to give meaning to living without a value-based lifestyle. Any politician that sponsors evil and bloodshed lacks value for lives. All politicians at all levels should have a change of heart. Never play politics with people's lives. They are the reason you're occupying that office. Value and cherish the people you are leading if you must make meaning to them. Things to know about the shedding and drinking of innocent human blood. Number one, and I took them from scriptures. It brings great losses instead of profits. Genesis 37:26. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? 2, those who shed innocent human blood will have their blood shed by others. Genesis 9:6. Whoso shedded man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. 3, the blood of innocent humans are shed, cry out for God's judgment and revenge. Genesis 4:10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 19. And as thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Lord, hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Lord, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick their blood even thine. Shout aloud, amen. Amen. Number 4, shedding innocent human blood can lead to generational torture and destruction. Luke 11:50-51. That the blood of all the prophets, which was shed from the foundation of the world, may be required at this generation. Did you hear that? From the blood of Abel and the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of these. All the blood that has been killing in Plateau, in Benway, in everywhere, God will take vengeance in the name of Jesus. Number 5, the blood of innocent human beings pursue the killer until he or she dies. Ezekiel 35, verse 6. Therefore as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That shall be the portion of every killer. Number 6, God will require the blood of the murdered Christians from the hand of Christian politicians in authority that refuse to react and take action against the killings because of positions and what they can get from the authority. Based on scripture, Genesis 4:8-11. 7, all the Christians in authority today who have refused to react to the evil killings of innocent Christians in the land, thinking they will escape being killed because of their positions, definitely will not go unpunished. Esther chapter 4:13-14. Hear this and hear me well. There's no Christian authority who will say that he does not know what is happening. Raise your voice now and tell them enough is enough. Nigeria must have peace. We'll be having peace in this country. We have been living together before now. Gawan ruled Nigeria and we came together as one. It's his own state now, they are killing people. He was a military officer. If he killed people like this, Nigeria would have divided. Plateau is where he comes from. He said Nigeria should not divide. That is the place they are killing people. If you rule Nigeria the way they are ruling today, Nigeria wouldn't have been one. Are you getting what I'm saying? We have always lived with different religions as one. The way it's going, if they don't stop it, Nigeria will divide. We are prophets. If this thing does not stop, what it will cause, it will be devastating. The earlier they say enough is enough, not political issue. Call a spade a spade. It is not a party issue. If somebody is bad, tell him, sir, you are bad. This is wrong. Don't pretend even when it is wrong and keep quiet. All of you in the palace, hear me. You're hearing my voice. It's time to call a spade a spade. Yes, no party is bad, but when a person is bad, tell the person this thing is bad and it is bad. Condemn it. Don't pretend as if you don't know what is happening. We are all seeing it glaring. It's a religious agenda, but I tell you, it will never work in this country. Never work in this country. Whoever is behind it will pay. We are standing as prophets. We decree they will pay. Their children will pay. Their generations will pay. In the name of Jesus. Jesus will never be buried. Christianity will never die in Nigeria. And we declare it so. I'm not just saying this today. Most of you know that I wrote a book, Demonstrating Love for Your Nation. Everybody can go to that book and that message. You'll see most of these things I've said. So I'm not using my voice today. I've always said, people who love their nations don't destroy their nations. We are politicians. We don't have statesmen. Politicians think of next election. Statesmen think of the next generation. Right now, what we have is politicians who are thinking of 2019. It's time to have statesmen who think of the next generation. God bless you.
You can also stay connected through any of these our social media accounts.